Hello students, hope you are fine and doing great. So today we are going to learn the another step ahead. We have already done the milestone of epithelial tissues. Now we are going to learn about the connective tissues. So what are the connective tissues and why we are talking about the same? So let me share my screen. Okay, so what are the connective tissues? Actually, we should know and what the role they play, right? We need to understand the role and why we are learning this topic. If we are talking about the animal tissues, we have two things. First one is epithelial. Second one is your connective tissues. Okay. If we are talking about the connective tissues, so these connective tissue is something, let us say there are different type of cells, okay, that are in scattered form. So connective tissue provide the support to them as they are connective. So they provide the support to the our body, okay. So our body have different organs. So connective tissue playing a role in different body part with different organ and with different support. In epithelial tissue, we know that they are supporting the basal part. They are supporting the basal part of the body. Okay, in the baseline, let us say for the skin. Okay, connective tissue is something based upon the connections and the support they are providing to our body via different organs. We are going to learn. As well as they are connective, so they are categorized in one category. Like epithelial is categorized based upon the shape, columnar, cuboidal, and we are also having, let us say, apart from columnar and cuboidal, we are having the squamous, okay, pseudostratified based on the layers, stratified layers based. Okay, connective tissue is also categorized based upon, let us say, fat, based upon the fibers, based upon the cells, based upon the role of different type of cells, right? So we are going to learn basically the same, the main aim of this topic. Now let me start. This is something, the review. You have, remember, the cell is something very simple and every cell is having their nucleus. This compacted and a compound in structure with more than two cells, multi-layered cells. If you can see here, the multi-layered, okay, more than two layers. Mostly if so, the pattern is something like this. And now here every cell is there have a nucleus now, but here we have the multi-layered. So that's why the multi-layered cell is indicating. Compound epi means upon thelium layers, compound epithelium, right? Now let me explain you what is connective tissue. So connective tissue already I discussed, but there was one scientist, O. Hartwig. The scientist told from the mesenchyma of the mesodermal cells, mesodermal area or the mesoderm of the embryo, they arise from the and they gave the name it to CT, that's the connective tissue, the most abundant type of animal tissue. Why we are saying that it's a most abundant type? Why we are saying? So animal tissue that is scattered, but they are supporting it. That's why they're most abundant. So they are supporting our cells in different form. Let us say this is you. I'm just giving you an example in the starting, okay, and so you have the closed circulatory organs, circulatory organ, okay, so you have the cells, okay, the blood cells, and the cells are moving like this in the blood vessel. So in the blood vessel, if the cells are there, if any cell is playing a role as a macrophage or the phagocytic in nature, it means they are eating the foreign particles. So this is also a support if they are presenting here in this blood vessel. Okay, the blood is following along with the cells are there, and among them one cell is monocyte, let us say, and is supporting us, providing the support in case of eating the foreign particle. This is also a support. A tissue, they are supporting the type of tissue where they are supporting. That case we need to study here actually. Okay. So connective tissue consisting of variously shaped lying white part in large. So here you can say if it is lying in the liver, we call those cells the Kupffer cells, the basophils. So these cells arises from tissue and cells combination will form a tissue. Let us say if there is a group of cells, that's a tissue. If any cell that is present in the blood vessel and if any basophil are present here, we call it as a mesh cells. So eventually They are supporting the tissues, they are, that is a connective tissue, the tissues they are, and they are supporting any tissue, you can say. Now we are talking connective tissue, we are going in that connective and collective manner. Now the matrix is also called the ground substance. What is matrix here? So matrix is something, let me draw. The ground substance you can see here, okay. We have the fiber. I'm using the black color, black fibers. I hope this is visible, and I'm using different color also for it. I'm using this fiber, different type of fibers are there, okay, and we are having a different cells are present, nearby this ground substance. So this ground substance, so let me tell you, this ground substance is your matrix, where these cells along with the cells along with fibers, okay, and these fibers, the matrix consisting of plasma, blood is also there, blood cells is also there. The matrix is basically the liquid part, okay. So ground substance in the extracellular matrix, ECM, okay. So matrix is also called the ground substance, and it is usually secreted by the connective tissues cells, that is by themselves, okay. So connective tissue, it is secreted by the connective tissue. So this ground substance is secreted by the connective. So blood cells, there are two types of cell having the fibers, and one is fiberless. So blood, which cell is the fiberless? Blood, not having the fibers, okay. The ground substance are there, however, but we are not saying that it is having that part, but matrix is also called the ground substance. It is usually secreted by the connective cells tissue. It can be any tissue that are playing a role here. Maybe lung, which organ they support, and what type of tissue are there. But based upon the fiber, I am telling that fiberless cells are blood cells, okay. Blood is also the part. Connective tissue is divided in two categories, I'll tell you. So let me remove this. Before going to the diagram, I just want to give you the hint. Okay, so connective tissue I'm using short, divided into connective tissue proper, skeletal tissue, and the vascular tissues. Somewhere you will find fluid, okay, fluid related tissue. Now if you're talking about the connective tissue proper, so connective tissue is further classified into your loose and dense.